Hello everyone, Namaste. I'm going to show you here how to make garbanzo beans in a red sauce, and it's a little different way than the method that I showed earlier. And this is about 3 teaspoons of ghee that I'm using, and I'm going to put some asafoetida in this. It helps balance the heavy nature of the beans and in controlling flatulence. It is called hing in Hindi, which is an Indian language. And now I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of cumin seeds, which is an essential ingredient in most Indian dishes. So you let the cumin seeds sizzle in the hot ghee or the oil that you're using. And I have prepared a paste of onion, ginger and garlic, about 1 onion and a few cloves of garlic and about an inch of ginger. And you could mince them really fine and add them separately, but I find it convenient to just put them all together in the blender and make a paste. You can always find pre-made ginger garlic paste in the store, but it's always a good idea to make it fresh yourself. So stir in everything, the cumin seeds and the paste, and let it cook on a low heat, like low to medium heat, until the onion water has all evaporated. Now make sure that you keep stirring this mixture every now and then and keep an eye on it, because it can get easily burnt and stick to the bottom, especially if you haven't used like a lot of oil or ghee. So as you can see, I'm already struggling with that problem. It is sticking to the bottom, and I have to keep stirring it hard because I know if I don't, it's going to get burnt. So this, by the way, is also a basic sauce that you can use in preparing a lot of other things like lentils and even vegetables. This is a basic tomato onion Indian sauce. However, what's different is that you don't always have to make like a fine paste when you're making vegetables. You can just dice the onions and mince the garlic and the ginger. So now I don't have tomatoes. I actually ran out of tomatoes at home, so I had tomato paste, so I'm going to use that in place of the tomatoes. And when you take it out of the tin can, it's a good idea to keep the rest of it in the glass bottle instead of in the tin. So if you're using fresh tomatoes, you can either blend it in the blender like the onion and the garlic and ginger, or you can dice it up really fine and add it. It doesn't matter. The taste is not going to change. It will of course make a difference to the texture of the dish, but it still looks good. So you have to, if you're adding fresh tomatoes, you have to wait till the water evaporates and it leaves the vessel. You can see a little bit of oil actually oozing out of the whole paste, tomato, garlic, onion. But since I'm using a paste, I don't have to wait that long, and I just added some coriander powder, and I ran out of the coriander powder. I had made some fresh coriander powder earlier, as I had showed you in a previous video. And keep stirring and blending in the spices as you put them, and you don't have to wait too long because the spices can also get burnt up. So now I'm going to add some garam masala, which is a blend of a few other spices that I'm going to show in another video. Garam masala can also be added in the end after the dish is made, but you can add a little bit before, at the time of cooking and making the saute. And that's some red powder for color. Actually, it's a chili. It's a Kashmiri. It's from Kashmir. It's called Kashmiri mirch. Mirch means chili in Hindi, and it's not hot. It's more for the color. But what I'm putting now, that's red chili powder, and that will cause that causes heat. So you put that according to your taste and tolerance, if at all. The spices are all blended, and I'm going to turn to the beans that I soaked overnight and drain the water and rinse it well in fresh running water. It's always a good idea to soak all lentils, peas, beans before you cook them, preferably overnight, because it takes out some of their kapha nature, that causes flatulence, and always cook them with ginger and hing or asafoetida. I added the beans to the paste, the onion, garlic, ginger and tomato paste, and mixed them up really well so the spices are blended in with the beans. Let the whole mixture sit for a few minutes before you add water in it, and the ratio is usually 1:3. If you're taking one cup of beans, then 3 cups of water. And then I've just added some black cardamom, some bay leaf, and some cinnamon. This is going to give a really nice aroma and flavor to the beans, and the bay leaf especially, and the three of them together give even a lot of meat is cooked using the bay leaf and these spices. And this is some salt I'm adding, and you can add as much as you like and mix it up really well before you shut it for cooking. And this is a pressure cooker, but if you don't have this kind of pressure cooker, it's all right. You can use an Instapot, and if you don't have an Instapot, you can even use any pot and cover and cook till the beans are tender. Now the beans are cooked, so that I open the lid of the pressure cooker and I'm going to test for tenderness and readiness. So you can press the bean and see if it's as tender as you would like, or you can go back to cook it more, make some adjustments in the salt, taste it and make some adjustments in the salt. And now I'm going to add some cilantro, chop it up finely, and it adds a great flavor to the dish, and it's also looks good, so it's used for garnishing. And at this point, if you want, you can add some garam masala, you know, for making it a little spicy, but I am not going to do that. And if you think that the water is a little more than you like, you can actually heat it up and let some of the water evaporate, but I am going to leave it here as such. And I have some quinoa prepared, and I'm going to now enjoy the beans with that. And I hope that you make it and enjoy it as well.